Yeah, Tambuwal warns Buhari against politics of exclusion, kick against impunity, erosion of freedoms. Sokoto State Governor Aminu Waziri Tambuwal has warned the President Muhammadu Buhari's administration against playing politics of exclusion, saying it was dangerous for Nigeria's corporate existence. Why would Governor Tambuwal say so? Because he's seeing what is happening in Nigeria. Tambuwal, who spoke during the national flag off of Project 20 Million, a masses-driven and grassroots mobilization, Tambuwal initiative in Abuja yesterday, said such exclusion would only drive moderate voices on the ground while creating a platform for hardliners. Represented by his special advisor on small and medium scale enterprise SMEs, Akibu Dalathu, the governor also lamented the growing culture of impunity in the country and the erosion of fundamental freedom, saying the rule of law and due process were now observed in the breach. To deepen democracy, he suggested the inclusion of citizens in governance, adding that Nigerians must be part of the budget making process in order to be able to monitor how appropriated funds were disbursed. Yeah, well, Tambuwal is saying the truth, but the truth is far, fetched, from this so-called Buhari and his people. He said, what deeply worries me is the sustained cries of exclusion in the governance of our country by some sections of our country. And this has been going on for many years without any conscious or deliberate effort to assuage their feelings. When people feel excluded and those who are supposed to address their concerns continue to treat them with contempt, certain forces alien to democracy and national unity may rise up in those areas and take firm control. Moderate voices would be driven on the ground. This is a dangerous development for our country. We must join forces to prevail on those in charge of federal authority to change their approach. Well, they must engage sections of the country who feel excluded from governance. The country belongs to all of us. When elections are over, you must unify all Nigerians and proceed to deliver dividends of democracy. The nation is here to develop a framework for effective engagement of the citizenry in governance. This must never be done on an ad hoc basis. In the development of government policies, we must factor in citizen participation. Their input gives legitimacy to whatever we are doing. When I was the Speaker of the House of Representatives, we organized town hall meeting in all the federal constituencies to distill and collate the input of Nigerians in the constitutional amendment process. Yes, I could remember when you were, yes, I know Tambuwal is a PDP person, it's a PDP man. And they in the PDP, they are more learned, despite their atrocities. Then they are also not saints, but in a higher of truth, you can deduce, compare this PDP administration to that of APC. You would know that PDP is 150% better than APC. Yes. Well, that was the first time the constitutional amendment process was truly participatory and transparent. The people embraced the process with enthusiasm. According to Tambuwal, so people were, admitted into policy of the nation, of the government, and they were included, despite, the differences between the allies and just ordinary people. But they want them to know what is really going on. But in the long run, people knew what was going on, but at least there was a carrying along. People were carried along, during the time of the PDP, but things was not still okay just because people wanted it to be perfect. But it should say Buhari came in and gave us sugar-coated campaign, and everybody fell for it, not knowing that the monster which we created is haunting us, badly right now. According to Tambuwal, says they felt that their voices were beginning to count in the affairs of government. Yes, he said people were included. One major area that we have not been able to effectively engage the citizenry is in the budget making process. The appropriation bill at the federal level must not remain an exclusive affair of the Executive and National Assembly. We must adopt the participatory approach to budget making. Before the budget office of the presidency and the Ministry of Finance and Budget Planning finalizes any budget, they must organize town hall meetings across the country to gather the inputs of the people and determine priority areas. If the people participate in the budget making process, they will also follow how the appropriated money is being spent. They will demand transparency and accountability from government officials. The people's engagement in these processes strengthens and deepens democracy. When the people feel that they are part or parcel of government, they will defend democracy with their heart and might. The rule of law and due process is a major characteristic of good governance. All persons, institutions, and entities are accountable to laws that are publicly promulgated. The laws which will always be enforced no matter who is involved. The process of reaching judgment on any issue must ensure fairness and proceed according to laid down rules. I believe this present administration, Buhari, those that say they are in the aim of affairs, they are lawless. They as a nonchalant attitude. They are just misbehaving. They are lawless. That's the word. Tambuwal, well, I don't know where you want to place this administration. If you keep advising them from now to tomorrow, they would antagonize you, except because you are a northerner, so they might not want to say anything. They will say you are being sponsored by the opposition party to come and dictate for them. They would accuse you, when you were, in power. What did you do? That's what they will say, or rather, they will shift the blame on you. Well, the process of reaching judgment on any issue must ensure fairness and proceed according to laid down rules. Accused persons must be presumed innocent until proven guilty. Impunity must have no place in our affairs. So a northerner is even saying all this. They know what is obtainable. They know what is good for them. They know the bad. They know the good. But the only thing is just that most of those illiterate northerners that don't merit any position, that just want to be embezzling public funds just to wait for government money. It's not even surprising that Buhari said lazy youth. Categorically, not only the youth in the northern part of the country. It was talking to the north. Lazy youth, lazy governors, lazy northern, lazy elite in the northern part of the country. Lazy them. According to Tambuwal, say impunity must have no place in our affairs. It is sad to know that we have been following the rule of law and due processes in the breach. Yes, court orders are disobeyed with impunity. Can you see? Institutions of democracy have come under sustained attacks. There is steady erosion of fundamental freedoms in our land. This is indeed worrisome and must occupy your attention as people interested in influencing the decision-making process in the country, Tambuwal stated.